Hey everybody. So, doing something a little bit different for this weekend's video. I don't have any new figures to review or anything along those lines, but I do have some new old figures that I'd like to talk about. So, as you can see here, this is my superpowers corner of my toy room. And apologies for the odd angle. I didn't want to have to take everything, down to kind of show them off. I kind of wanted to keep them in the place that I want them to be in, which is why maybe it looks a little weird, but hopefully this video will work out and it'll all make sense. So what I want to talk about today is the vintage Superpowers line. So this was the very first line of toys that I was ever exposed to as a kid. I have some fairly vague memories of having Superpowers figures, and certainly pictures from childhood help with that as well. But I definitely remember playing with like the Superman, the Batman, and some of the bad guys. So I was really, really young when this toy line was out, probably around 5 or 6. So, yeah, the memories are they are what they are, we'll put it that way. But I have been slowly accumulating a fairly decent collection of Superpowers figures. I have admitted to myself long ago that I'll never have a complete set because some of the figures like Cyborg and Mr. Miracle, they just are way, way too expensive. So, I've just admitted to myself that it'll never be complete, but I could still certainly enjoy them. And really what I like doing is I like trying to get them for good deals in decent shape. That's usually my goal. I may not be able to get them totally complete or in, 100% mint condition, but if I can get a really good deal on something, then I am all for it. So I just want to show some of these figures and then show, of course, the ones that I've just recently gotten. So I've had all of these figures for quite a while. We've got the Lex Luthor here. And then the Joker figure, funny story behind this one, because actually I got him from an independent toy shop that's about an hour away, give or take. And I got him in a trade deal with the Batman that I'm going to show you in a second. But notice he does have his mallet, which is awesome. But what I didn't notice until a little later is that he did not have his tails to his jacket. And I just did not realize it at the time when I got it. But I got a fantastic deal on this Joker and on the Batman. You can see the Joker is in pretty good shape. His action feature still works fantastic. And I bought the tails on eBay probably almost a year later to complete this figure. But it wasn't that expensive, so it worked out. And then I somewhat recently got the Penguin on eBay. He doesn't have his umbrella, of course. But he's in decent shape, and he does have his his shirt tails there. And then we've got some of the new gods. So I really love this Steppenwolf figure. I got this at a toy show, and he's in really, really nice condition. So I was very happy to add that one to the collection. My Darkseid I have had for a very, very long time. I mean, I've had this for, I don't even know, probably 10 years. So he does have like the eye glow effect. You put light through his head and then his eyes glow, which is cool. Unfortunately, he is missing his cape. I have tried to find just his cape, on eBay or at a toy show, and it's always just more than I want to pay. Like, I don't want to pay a lot for this guy's cape. Also, I have a Darkseid mint on card, which I can try to show you without messing up my camera angle too much. But yeah, so I do have Darkseid and Orion mint on card in those plastic containers back there. So that's another reason why I don't feel too bad about not having Darkseid's cape, because I have one mint on card that has the cape. So it's not like I don't have it, it's just he's just on card. Here is the Parademon, which this guy is fun. His action feature mostly still works. He's in decent shape. His leg is holding on there. We'll just put it that way. His leg is doing its best. So my two newest additions are the ones that I'm going to now add to this trio, because on eBay I found a really good deal for two figures. They are in pretty good shape. The action feature still works on one. So first we have Mantis. Got a really good deal on him. He does have a little, scrapes and everything here and there. He did come with his little mini comic book, which was pretty cool. So I was really happy to get him, including the comic book, which was pretty neat. And then the one that I wanted even more from the same seller is this Calabac. So you'll notice he does have his weapon, which is fantastic. His leg is super loose, but he does manage to stand. And otherwise, he is in pretty good shape. But the fact that he had his weapon, and I got him for I think he was $25, you just I could not pass that up with him having his weapon. Plus, this seller had a couple other things that I wanted too that were, not superpowers related. So yeah, so it was well worth it. Now, I had him standing, and he was doing pretty good, but it looks like now he's camera shy, and he doesn't want to cooperate while on camera. There we go. So now I have a pretty nice set of the, New Gods villains. Trying to figure out how I want to display them here so you can kind of see all of them. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty awesome. So really happy to add the Calabac and the Mantis to my superpowers collection. Again, they're not in fantastic shape, but they're in decent shape. And for the price, I just couldn't say no. So now we're going to take a look at my other superpowers figures, because I have got plenty of them. So the Red Tornado I've had for a while. He has his cape, and I thought his action feature worked, but maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't want to break him, because that would not be good. So there is Red Tornado. And then next, I've had this figure a really, really long time as well. But he's nice because he does have his cape. It's Dr. Fate. So there's Dr. Fate with his cape. Put him on this side. I'm hoping that I have enough room to fit everybody, because I need to add a couple new figures that I've just obtained. So I do have a Green Arrow. His action feature works a little bit. He is missing some parts for sure. It's hard to find a Green Arrow with his, with his bow and arrow. But the figure itself is in pretty decent shape, so I can't complain too much. I'm just happy to have him in the collection, honestly. Next is one of my favorite DC characters of all time. This is probably the figure I've had the longest. This is a childhood survivor. Funny story behind Firestorm. I actually cracked my head open as a child because of Firestorm. His action feature still works, so that's great. But yeah, I basically tried to dive under a swing set to rescue Firestorm, and the swing set bench hit me in the head and cracked my head open. And I think I was 5 years old. So that must be what happened to me, I guess. So there is Firestorm, and he has been through the ringer, so sometimes it's hard to get him to stand. All right, there we go. So next, you guys will probably laugh at this one. Here's Aquaman. This is not his trident. This is a trident from a Spin Masters figure, but I don't have Aquaman's trident, and it is a very expensive accessory on eBay. If any of you have an Aquaman trident and you're looking to unload it, let me know if it's for a good price. So yeah, I just kind of pose him with that one, and, it works. It's fine. So next is Green Lantern Hal Jordan. This one, the action feature works a little bit, but again, I'm afraid to break his legs which I don't want to do. But yeah, he's in pretty good shape. I don't remember where I got this guy from. I want to say I got him from a toy show. I usually get my Superpowers figures at toy shows because I'm usually pretty leery about buying them on eBay because, you know, a lot of times the pictures on eBay, they just don't really give you the full picture of what the figure looks like. And I'd much rather see a Superpowers figure in person before I spend, you know, a decent amount of money on it. So, yeah, it just depends. I usually get them from toy shows, but every so often I will get them on eBay. All right, another one of my all-time favorite DC characters is Martian Manhunter. So I've had this figure for a long time as well. He has his cape, his action feature works. Really great figure, but definitely showing its age for sure. I mean, you know, these figures are practically as old as I am, so I should be grateful that they're in as good a shape as they are. Hopefully he doesn't fall. All right, so next is another figure I've had for a while. His legs are quite a bit loose, but it is the Flash. So we'll put the Flash here next to Martian Manhunter, trying to make sure I have enough room for everybody. I think I will. So then, the two newest figures, except for the ones I just got yesterday, which was, of course, Calabac and Mantis, I just got this Robin at a toy show. His action feature works great. I told this story in last week's video about how I got this Robin and what an amazing deal I got on him. This is definitely the one that I've gotten the best deal on ever. And he looks great. He's in fantastic shape. So we'll put Robin there. And I can already see that I'm not going to have enough room. So I'm going to have to move some folks around here. If Aquaman will cooperate. Nope, he's not going to. All right, there he goes. I'm going to move Martian Manhunter back a bit. Move the Flash back and over a bit. Yeah, this Flash has really loose legs. So, all right. Hopefully that made enough room. Because next is one of my prizes of my collection is this Batman. Love this Batman suit. Love this Batman figure. This was one of my favorite figures as a kid. I got him along with the Joker at that toy shop, mostly in trade. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to get rid of, so I traded in a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want, and then I think I threw in maybe an extra 20 bucks or something to get the Batman and the Joker. This Batman is in fantastic shape, as you can see. His punch works great. Yeah, so I was very excited to get this Batman figure, especially because I got him mostly in trade. So I got rid of a bunch of stuff I didn't even really want that much, and I got a fantastic figure. So the other figure that I got at the toy show a couple weeks ago that I talked about last week in that haul video is I did get Wonder Woman, and her action feature works pretty good, but she's in really great shape. A lot of times the Wonder Woman figures, they're kind of, you know, they're kind of scratched up and the faces don't look so great, but this one's in really nice shape. And very happy to add her to the collection as well. If I can get her to stand. There we go. And then, of course, finally, my favorite character of all time, my number one, there goes Aquaman, Superman. So this is a really old figure I've had for a long time. You can see, you know, he's starting to become a little discolored, which is a shame. I do have this figure mint on card as well. So again, I'm not too broken up about him kind of fading and getting old, and he just knocked over Wonder Woman. So yeah, let me try to... I'm trying to have enough room here, and they are not cooperating with me. It is hard to get the Wonder Woman to stand because of the way her feet are, but I did have her standing pretty good earlier. Like I said, now that the camera's rolling, they don't want to cooperate. Let me see if I can get this Aquaman. Oh boy. Having all the trouble now. So, come on up, and he just knocked over Firestorm. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I'm going to clean this up, and you'll see the picture of the entire collection all set up and looking good. So, thanks a lot, everybody. Feel free to like and comment, and have a great day.